The sun rose over the quiet forest, where the disciples had gathered under the shade of a banyan tree. The Buddha sat in serene stillness, his eyes reflecting both wisdom and compassion. As the morning breeze caressed the leaves, the disciples awaited his words with reverence. Breaking the silence, the Buddha began, "My dear disciples, our journeys leave traces, and we must be mindful of our steps. In this vast world, wherever we tread, the impact of our actions resonates like ripples in a pond. Travel is not merely a path to discovery, it is a bridge connecting lives, cultures, and nature itself." He paused, his gaze traveling across the gathered disciples, ensuring their attention was anchored on his teachings. In a village not far from here, there was a serene river cherished by the villagers and travelers alike. The river's waters shimmered under the sun, a source of life, nourishment, and tranquility to all who visited. Yet, as more travelers came to admire its beauty, they unknowingly began to disrupt the harmony it symbolized. Pollution gathered on its banks, the songs of the birds grew faint, and the villagers faced despair. Instead of blame, the wise village elder sought understanding and initiated a dialogue with the visiting travelers. The elder spoke, "This river has been a companion to generations. To harm it is to harm ourselves." By sharing the village's connection to the river, the travelers began to see its value beyond mere aesthetics. They learned to tread softly, to cherish, and to contribute to the preservation of the life it sustained. The Buddha's voice grew softer, imbued with a serene gravity. Such actions reflect compassion and mindfulness in their truest forms. Our connection to the earth and its gifts mirrors our connection to each other. Delicate and profound, respect is the foundation. My disciples, the mutual respect between the traveler and the host, the observer and the observed. True exploration, therefore, does not seek to conquer or consume but to deepen understanding and foster harmony. A disciple, his voice tinged with curiosity, asked, "Master, how can we guide others to embrace this mindfulness?" The Buddha smiled gently, his expression a blend of encouragement and assurance. "Teaching is not always through words, but through actions that embody the principles we hold dear," he replied. "When you travel, be present, be respectful, and let your actions inspire others to follow a mindful path." There was another village, blessed with verdant fields and a vibrant community reliant on the beauty of its surroundings. The villagers embraced the teachings of moderation, ensuring their practices and the visitors' activities sustained the natural balance. Their fields thrived, their communities prospered, and the visitors left with a deep appreciation for the harmony they witnessed. Such harmony is not easily achieved, yet it is the essence of a life lived with gratitude and mindfulness. Remember, disciples, that our connection to the land is as sacred as our connection to one another. Each step we take, each choice we make, must honor this interconnectedness for the benefit of all beings. The disciples listened intently, the weight of the teachings settling deep within their hearts. The morning air carried a profound stillness, as if the world itself resonated with the Buddha's words. Let this lesson guide you not only in travel but in the journey of life itself, the Buddha concluded. As the sun climbed higher, illuminating the forest, the disciples bowed, carrying the essence of the lesson with them. The banyan tree stood witness to the harmony born from the wisdom imparted beneath its ancient shade. In that quiet moment, the forest felt alive with the promise of mindful journeys yet to come. Another day, another lesson dawned as the disciples gathered under the spreading canopy of the forest's ancient trees. The Buddha stood by a narrow path, his presence radiant with the tranquility of one attuned to life's essence. Today, his voice carried the richness of wisdom as he addressed the eager disciples gathered before him. My disciples, The world around us flourishes through the harmony it has nurtured within and among its elements. He began. In every forest, mountain, and stream, balance is sustained, allowing life to thrive in its natural beauty and order. Just as nature flourishes through balance, so too must our actions follow a middle path to achieve lasting harmony. The disciples listened attentively as the Buddha's words created images of equilibrium in their minds. I recall a sacred mountain temple, a sanctuary perched high, accessible only by a winding and treacherous trail. The monks who lived there embraced simplicity, their lives intertwined with the majestic beauty surrounding their serene dwelling. The temple's tranquility attracted pilgrims and travelers, seeking refuge, inspiration, and the wisdom within its sacred halls. However, the number of visitors grew, and with it, the strain upon the land and its fragile paths. The winding trail eroded, and the mountain's flora bore the scars of unmindful footsteps and excessive human presence. The monks, aware of the growing challenges, sought guidance from the principles of moderation and mindful action. They reflected upon their own teachings and decided upon measures that would restore balance to their sacred space. They began limiting the number of visitors allowed each day, preserving the trail and surrounding ecosystem for future generations. The monks taught each visitor the importance of reverence for nature and the necessity of walking lightly upon its treasures. Pilgrims were encouraged to contribute to the restoration efforts, fostering a shared sense of responsibility and interconnectedness. The temple remained a sanctuary, not only for the soul but for the natural world it existed within. This story teaches us that the middle path is neither indulgence nor renunciation, but a balance of mindful choices. Excess leads to harm, yet deprivation stifles potential. Balance brings a lasting harmony to all aspects of life. A disciple stepped forward, curiosity evident in his expression, and asked, "Master, how do we recognize the middle path?" The Buddha's face radiated calm understanding as he replied, "The middle path arises from mindfulness and observing life's natural flow. By being present and attuned to the needs of the moment, one discovers the equilibrium that sustains harmony. Our actions must neither exploit nor neglect but exist within the ebb and flow of life's interconnected rhythms." He gestured toward a nearby stream, its waters glistening under the soft rays of sunlight filtering through the trees. "Consider this stream, its flow constant yet gentle, nourishing all who come into its embrace without depleting its essence. Were the stream to rush with force, it would erode the land. Were it to dry, life would falter. Nature itself is the ultimate teacher of balance, showing us the way through its quiet, unyielding wisdom. The principles that guide nature must also guide our interactions with the world and with one another. When we walk the middle path, we honor the delicate balance that sustains all beings and places." The disciples reflected deeply upon the Buddha's words, their understanding growing through the vivid examples provided. The forest seemed to resonate with the teachings, its harmony a living testament to the lessons imparted. The Buddha continued, "Remember the story of the monks and their temple when facing the challenges of modern journeys. Seek balance in your travels and guide others to embrace mindfulness, fostering harmony wherever your path may lead." The mountain temple stands as a beacon of the middle path, a symbol of the power of moderation. As disciples of truth and compassion, it is our duty to embody these teachings, creating ripples of balance in the world. When we tread the middle path, our steps become light, and the world flourishes in response to our mindful presence. As the sun dipped lower, casting its golden light across the landscape, the disciples bowed in respect. The quiet forest held a profound stillness, as if it too honored the wisdom shared within its timeless embrace. And so, The lesson of balance and the middle path became etched in the hearts of the gathered disciples. Another day, another gathering. As the disciples assembled at dawn atop a hill overlooking a vast expanse of lush land, the Buddha stood with serene composure, the morning sunlight illuminating his calm and compassionate visage. He spoke, his voice carrying a profound stillness. My disciples, behold the beauty that lies before you. Fields, rivers, forests, and villages all exist in a delicate balance, offering their gifts freely to those who tread mindfully. True wisdom lies not in possession, but in cherishing and nurturing the interconnectedness that binds all life together. There was a coastal town that flourished through the bounties of the sea and the vibrant energy of its people. The town's beauty attracted visitors from far and wide, drawn by the allure of its culture, sea, and heritage. Over time, the influx of travelers began to burden the town, straining its resources and polluting its pristine shores. The townspeople recognized the challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to live their values and embrace mindfulness. They approached the travelers with kindness, sharing the importance of protecting the town's sacred spaces and natural environment. Local traditions were shared, fostering a deep appreciation for the culture and heritage that defined the coastal community. The townspeople adopted practices of sustainability, including minimizing waste and encouraging travelers to leave no trace behind. Through collective effort, the town thrived, not only materially but spiritually. As gratitude and mindfulness became its foundation, the Buddha's eyes reflected a serene depth as he continued. Gratitude transforms the way we see and interact with the world. Mindfulness begins in our awareness, shaping how we choose to engage with the people, places, and moments in life. When travelers journey with gratitude and respect, they become stewards of the beauty they encounter. A disciple asked, his voice thoughtful, Master, how can gratitude guide us in the face of challenges that seem beyond our control? The Buddha's gaze softened, his response flowing like the gentle currents of the rivers below. Gratitude does not erase challenges, but it anchors us in the awareness of what remains. Even amidst difficulty, he replied, it teaches us to cherish what is present and motivates us to preserve it for those yet to come. Our efforts, though seemingly small, can create ripples of positive change, restoring balance to the world around us. Gratitude is the seed, mindfulness is the soil. Together, they cultivate actions that honor the gifts of life. The disciples nodded, their hearts stirred by the simplicity and depth of the teachings imparted. The Buddha pointed toward the fields below, where farmers worked diligently, their harmony with nature evident in every gesture. Observe the farmers. Their care for the land sustains them and ensures the fields yield their gifts year after year. They take only what is needed, giving back to the earth through their labor and reverence for its bounty. This harmony exemplifies sustainable existence, where life is nurtured without depletion or harm. The disciples turned their gaze toward the horizon, where the ocean met the sky in an endless expanse of blue. The Buddha's voice became quieter, yet each word resonated deeply, like waves lapping gently against the shore. The ocean, vast and immeasurable, teaches us about humility and the infinite interconnection of all existence. Each drop of water contributes to the whole, just as each action contributes to the health of the world. Our choices as travelers, hosts, and individuals ripple outward, shaping the balance of life across time and space. This truth invites us to approach every moment, every place, and every interaction with care and gratitude. The disciples reflected on the immensity of the ocean and the profound wisdom of the teachings shared that day. As the sun continued to rise, illuminating the vast landscape, the Buddha addressed his disciples one final time. Carry this lesson with you in all your journeys. For the path of mindfulness is not confined to travel. It is a way of being, a commitment to honoring the interconnectedness that defines the essence of life. May your steps be light, your hearts be full of gratitude, and your actions guided by mindfulness and compassion. The disciples bowed deeply, the wisdom of the Buddha's words etching themselves into the core of their beings. The hilltop stood witness to the exchange of wisdom, its beauty amplified by the resonance of the teachings. And as the day unfolded, the disciples dispersed with renewed purpose, each carrying forward the vision of sustainable harmony. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.